So one of the things that I don't know if I told you, but I launched a new company after I left my past employer, and the new company called N49 Networks, where I provide a variety of services,
Okay.
generally around fractional sales capacity, so CRO, that kind of thing.
This is fun.
And one of the services I'm launching, which is coming up online soon, is to assist companies in something called MCP server, and which not many people have been caught on to this yet. It's a brand new technology that is started by Anthropic long time, well, not a few months ago now,
Okay.
but think about it as a remote control to AI. Basically, you tell AI, I want to get, like, you tell your television, turn the volume up, the volume goes up. It doesn't matter what the circuit boards and what the logics did underneath in the remote control, but that's what MCP server is. And it stands for multi-contextual server, or you can call it an API server for that, similar to API server, but it's not. It's multi-contextual. So you put a whole bunch of barriers and guardrails around shaping AI. For instance, we know certain AI models respond to certain logic better than others. So MCP server bring all this together and says, for this particular function, I want you to go to Grok, or I want you to go to Chat GPT, or I want you to go to Anthropic or Gemini, etc. This is now, it's being used quite well, and it's very interesting. Like, if you let loose on AI, for instance, if you just tell AI
Yeah.
anything, it comes back with anything, and every time you give it a same question, it comes back with a different answer. Why is that? It's because we haven't really put barriers and boundaries around it in a very programmatic way. I'm actually experimenting with this myself. I don't know if I told you, my background is technology as well. I've done a lot of
I didn't
electrical.
know. Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm going to write I started building it. I haven't finished it yet. I'm going to build my first MCP server. But one of the the services that I'm going to offer is MCP server consulting and actually building it. I got a whole bunch of PhD students wants to help and participate in this. They're Canadian based,
It's
and then
amazing.
we'll bring this together as a function. The language industry, that's what's missing. That entire hallucination issue, it's coming from that, because we did not really program it in a way that prevents it from hallucinating. And that's why you get different answers every time you give it the same question. So if I give it the same question now, and 5 minutes from now, I'm not getting the same answer.
Absolutely, yeah. And not only that, I was reading this article yesterday, actually, by Olga Bregovaya. She was on the board of Women Localization, very smart woman, and she was talking about the deceleration of large language models. So as the models create new versions, for instance, I think she was using the example of ChatGPT. As they create new versions and they try to make it more conversational, they put a lot of conversational data. What was good in terms of legal and financial, there was, you needed the guardrails and you needed structure and you needed, more structured data. It gets lost. So the quality drops. So instead of improving the quality of the output of the LLMs, it starts dropping. And I strongly believe in the power of, I'm hoping that this will be, because it's absurd that all technology is in the hand of so many few billionaires and who are not, exactly looking for, not concerned about humanity. They're more concerned about just accumulating more money and giving it to investors. But I'm looking at small language models. There is a person, Sharif Isaka,
Yeah,
amazing.
small language models are
Ah,
taking off right now.
yes, yes, and underrepresented language models. This is amazing too, and this is going back to what people are missing. This is what I want to talk about. Hopefully, if when they open the call for papers, I want to present this idea and do a trilogy about AI. And the last one will be how small language models and underrepresented languages are making a profit. So you don't have to chase, the big guys only look at them. Try to look at smaller solutions. It's like buying from your local producers instead of the big supermarket chain. It's more or less the
Also,
same
it solves the
concept.
problem of data sovereignty too, right? So people are looking at it from a data
There you
sovereignty
go.
perspective.
And
You
these
can load it locally on your server. You don't need to put it on a cloud somewhere.
And there you go. And you can have a much better fine-tuned result for what you're looking for because you have better control. As you said, you're in the hands because we don't have the purchasing power of the giants of the oracles that are really interesting to these large language models. We can do our own and have much better control over what we are dealing with.